Pop-Tart made a mistake. Last week they sent giant Pop-Tarts to a bunch of creators and mine got lost in the mail apparently. But anywho, I'm gonna make my own. I'm using puff pastry because I like to cut corners. I got 2 packages. I think this will be sufficient. I asked ChatGPT. They said it should be. Then I'm gonna make a brown sugar one, which is my favorite Pop-Tart flavor. I feel like this needs to be rolled out. I just love making this counter dirty. It's great. Still a little frosty. Now before you come at me and say I should have left it out of the freezer first, it's been out of the freezer for over an hour. We're gonna come back to this. This one's nice and soft. Now I'm thinking 1 package for each side. Are both of these frozen? How are these still so cold? All right, while the puff pastry heats up and thaws, we're gonna make the filling. 2 cups brown sugar, 3 tablespoons flour. A lot of times baking needs to be precise. This is not one of those times. A lot of cinnamon. Salt. We're gonna give this a nice mix. A whisk is not the move. I need new brown sugar. There's just rocks of brown sugar in here. This works so much better with the hands. Hands are such an underrated tool in the kitchen. Once it looks like sand, you're golden. Perfect. Now, we're gonna melt some butter. Nice splash of vanilla. Now we want this to be a nice paste consistency. Nice. Kind of like a sandy paste. Let's try the puff pastry again. All right, it's definitely warmed up. Lovely. I don't think I need the full sheet. I think I'm just gonna take one of these panels off. We're gonna combine this full sheet. That should be the perfect length. Yes. Use some water to glue those. Put the edges. Put this back on the tray. Time to assemble. Brown sugar going on. You want a little bit of space around the edges. Now you don't have to do the entire mix. I'm gonna stop at like 2/3, spread it out and see if it feels right. This just seems like a lot of brown sugar. I lied, I'm using them. All right, we got a nice thick layer. Now, time to glue it. Add some glue before we put the top on. I want egg whites for this, so I'm gonna try and separate the egg whites. Let's see how this goes. Don't get rid of the yolks though. Egg number 2. Whisk up the white. That's nice and frothy. Brushing time. I'm just gonna brush all the edges here. Try not to get sugar in it, but you know, it's kind of inevitable. This is a big Pop-Tart, so you want a lot of edge to hold all that sugar in. Oh, I got a little too much sugar there. I'm explaining how to make this like I've made it before. Newsflash, this is a first. I have made mini Pop-Tarts before. Mini ones actually took much longer because of how tedious they were. This is nice. You do things once, you're good. Don't get rid of the egg white. Just let it chill for a minute. And then you gotta transfer the top onto this and hope that it lines up nicely. Okay, so definitely a little bit. I didn't know how much like volume the brown sugar would take up. We're gonna seal the edges. I lined up one of the corners. We're gonna go back with our kitchen shears and chop it off. Just cut so smooth. Perfect. Now we did a light seal, now we get a fork. Put some muzzle into it. I wonder who they tasked at Pop-Tart to make the big Pop-Tarts. And if they were like excited or really upset about it. Just gonna massage some of that flour in. Now, coming back to the egg. Pour the egg white into the yolks. Beat that up. Add a splash of water. Where it's going anyway, okay. Now we brush the whole thing. Make sure the spots aren't too eggy. You don't want like a scrambled egg on top of it. Stab. You don't want it to blow up. You get the cute little stab marks. Into the oven she goes. The Pop-Tart wouldn't be complete without icing, so while that cools, we're gonna start mixing that up. It's time. All right, I'm a little nervous.
You wanted it like that, right?
Yeah. I get a bunch of spatulas.
Yeah. I think it's really first making sure it's unstuck. So make sure you get a complete 180.
I think we're good.
I think we can just move this out 180. Move it a little more centered.
Whoa. Nice. Lovely. Thank you. Now we're gonna frost it. It's a sticky glaze. I'm gonna get it all the way to the edges. Pop-Tart.
Yeah, make a Pop-Tart song. I love Pop-Tart, because Pop-Tart loves me, even if I don't love myself. Pop-Tart will love me. I love the sugar, I love the cinnamon, because at the end of the day, Pop-Tart's always my friend. Da 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 da. Gotta love them Pop-Tarts.
That was good.
There's a little cinnamon and sugar. Love, I need you to shut the hell up. Like my marshmallow man. Rest in peace, that little guy.
It's so shiny. But like a brown sugar Pop-Tart doesn't have sprinkles.
Are you gonna cut the crust off for me? Because I didn't like crust on my Pop-Tarts.
You cut the crust off your Pop-Tarts?
Absolutely. I only wanted the part that had the brown sugar.
That's actually crazy. I loved the edges.
Really? Is this our olive theory?
I think so.
Why would you eat the edges? Those are the worst part.
I liked the crispy.
So A, I think you might need to do that.
No, there's edges.
No, not on the top. Are you a true Pop-Tart fan?
Yeah.
I will backhand you if you mistake my Pop-Tart for a toast. You're talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's edges.
No, I am right. Look. See?
Yeah, but like...
But you get what I'm saying? Like, on the top part, it was always a little bit more frosted.
Yeah, I eat all the edges. But I always wanted to save the best part for last.
Which was what?
Which was actually the top frosted part. You're right. That's crazy that you didn't eat the worst part, though.
No.
Are we happy with that?
Yeah. How did
This one goes out to Pop-Tart.
Okay, let's calm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Steady. You can cut it in half perfectly.
Yeah. She's a faker.
Should you put like butter on a knife so that it doesn't stick? Maybe we should make a buttered knife. Like a knife that comes pre-buttered.
You're so creative. Whoa.
It's pretty good.
Look at that cross section. Nice bake on the bottom. Just like the secret brownie, we're gonna do the secret Pop-Tart.
Oh, we're doing the secret?
Secret.
Now I can finally do my Pop-Tart that I was meant to enjoy.
Plate. Now, like it never happened.
A slightly smaller Pop-Tart.
A slightly smaller Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart, you should think about this. Pop-Tart, you should think about this next time you don't send me a large Pop-Tart. You made this mess.
It's a great ratio of like the amount of stuffing that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at this thing. Much better than your mini ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's delicious.